Hey, beautiful people, this is Mentor Shelley coming to you once again, wanting to make sure that you're going to become a better professional in your career, whether it's the career you're in now or the career you want down the line. Of course, we are actually going to talk about something different today. We're going to talk about interviewing. A lot of people get nervous around that topic, and I want to make sure that um, I, as a career coach, can definitely help you to get through the nerves by giving you the tools and having you implement them and helping you, coaching you through that process to make sure that you can reduce your nervousness and increase your confidence. Um, I want to touch on two things. There's two things before you go into an interview that you definitely want to make sure that you do. Number one, your interview, believe it or not, as I've talked about this in other videos, your interview begins the minute you get the call from the employer offering to set up the interview time and date with you. Believe it or not, it starts then. What you may also not realize is that even though they're calling to set up a time and date, they're also observing how you respond to them, what type of questions you ask, even in that vein. So your interview process actually starts then. So, one, make sure that you're asking the right questions. Two, that you get all the necessary details, time, place, how the interview is going, what type of interview it's going to be, who's going to be in the interview, and how are they tied to the position that you're interviewing for. Those are just essential questions that you want to make sure that's answered when you actually get that call. The minute you realize, okay, this is a job that I applied for, grab a pen and paper, get get that stuff documented, because your interview starts then. And it's important to make sure that you have the proper details. And things can change. You may get another call and say, oh, the interview time has changed to XYZ. It doesn't matter. Get the details and get them written down if you have a tendency to forget. Two, I'm touching on only two factors in this video, but another factor which a lot of people don't think about. I actually want to touch on three things, not just two, but three. Um, Second factor, I want to make sure you guys understand this. If it's an in-person interview, whether it be a panel interview where you have more than one person interviewing you, or if it's just a one-on-one interview in person. If it's an in-person interview and you're not familiar with the area, you're not familiar with where you're going, it is important. I know I talked about this in the live Facebook, not just a regular video on YouTube, but I talked about this on a Facebook Live about a month or so ago. Get the address, and a few days before the interview, or a day or two before the interview, put the address in Google Maps and have it direct you there. Because what I don't want to happen to you is on interview day, you get mixed up because you're so nervous, you get lost, and you end up getting late for the interview and you're all sweaty because you got nervous. One way to alleviate some nervousness right there. Know where you're going. So it's important to make sure that you find out where you're going at first. And of course, thirdly, because I only was going to talk about two things that you would need to do to make sure you prepare. But the third thing that you want to also do is do research on the people that you're going to be interviewing with. LinkedIn.com is a very underrated resource for that, because that's where a lot of professionals do their social networking. And companies have a page there as well. It is important to make sure that you do your research on the person, not just the company that you're doing the interview with. Those are three things that you definitely want to do before an interview to be absolutely positively prepared. However, to get the rest, I do have a resource that is available to you. You can find it at mentorshelley.com/services/interview-help. That goes over not just 3, but 7 detailed things that you would definitely need to do to be completely prepared for your interview, so you can knock out that interview and handle it like a boss. That audio series comes with a workbook and a guidebook as well, so you'll be able not only to listen but also be able to take notes and use that for every interview you have, so you'll knock out all of your interviews like a rock star. And of course, as always, you want to make sure that you can check out the link below. If you have questions, you can definitely send me an email or a voicemail at mentorshelly.com/contact. On the right side of the screen, you will see a send voicemail tab. You can click on that tab and you can send me a voicemail and I respond to you within 24 hours, as well as you can send me an email from that page as well. And of course, as always, Mentor Shelly is here to make sure you become a better professional, but make sure in this particular video that you're rocking out those interviews like a boss. Use these tips and also the in the offer that the link will be below for that as well, to make sure you become a better professional. You got to interview like a boss and handle yourself with confidence. Take care, guys. You have a good one. If you like what you heard so far and you know somebody that's about to go through this process, like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel or on IGTV, wherever you're seeing this video. Take care and have a good one.